Hi guys, Jaap here with Skeena Fly Supply. I'd like to go over some of the details of my stinger flies. And today I'd like to tie the pink Spey stinger with you guys. This is how it's going to look. It's my favorite squid imitation for lower Skeena, main stem Skeena fishing for steelhead. And once it's done like this, it will look like this in the water and looks like an excited lit up squid pattern. Yeah, and it's been my most effective fly for the lower Skeena. So I'm gonna start with some of the details. They're tied on stainless steel Waddington style stinger shanks with a 15-degree up eye to keep it balanced in the water, and with a large loop eye to make the loop application easy and to maintain plenty of space for making your knots on your fly. I place that in the vise like that. Then I form a thread base. Then I take the stinger loop material. For stinger loop material, I've tried for many years different types of loop material. When first intruder patterns came out, they were all done with braid. Braid tends to get wet and then it hangs below the fly. The hook ends up hanging below and you get a lot of missers because of it. So don't use any stingers with a braided connection. Then they started replacing that mostly nowadays with steel wire. And the problem with steel wire is that if it moves up and down a number of times, then it starts to weaken and they tend to suddenly break. So the best material I found is oval nylon, like this. And that's what our stinger loop material is made of. It stays in line and does not break over time. Very reliable. I tie that in, secure it on the bottom of the shank. Then for a stinger hook, I use partridge intruder hooks. Pinch the barb for the flies here. Then I put the point of the hook on the loop like that, pinch it, and then it is easy to put it through the eye. Put the hook in the loop, and now we have our stinger rig ready for tying. I start in the back by making a prop for the soft Spey materials. First thing that I tie in is this material. It's called Pearl Chenille XXL. It's a 30 mil width. And I like that to be large so that it forms a nice big prop to create a good profile on the fly when it's in the water and to give your fibers a lot of movement. Now, most props are made with dubbing. I don't like them. They're too small and they don't hold up in the water very good. So then you get a very skinny pattern. So I use this chenille. That on itself I don't find enough, so then I tie in some crosscut nutria. One and a half wrap around it. Take the fur a bit away there so that it has an opening for your thread to go through. Tie it off. Fold it back and finish it off. Clip it off, the excess. Now you see this piece of leather here. I covered it up with thread. It can be in the front of a fly and then you cover it up with a cone. But now you have a very nice prop that has these long guard hairs. Hope you can see those good. They come out at the back of the fly. You have that sparkle stuff below it. And this forms a really nice prop. Then to give the prop a little bit of structure, I tie in the schleppen hackle in front of it. And I tie the schleppen on the top of the feather, and then the tie-in point is still on the feather. That makes it stronger rather than just on the stem. Fold it back. Pull away the excess. Then I do about 3 turns of the schleppen. Maybe 4 in this case. Fold back, tie off, clip off the excess. Now we have a really nice prop for intruder style flies. It has some structure, it has movement, and it really will retain volume in the water. So that's how I do most of my props on my intruder shanks and wet flies. So then the overlying material is some ostrich spey plume. Not too many, just a few, like camera there. Tie that around the shank. Do the same thing on the other side. Let's see where it's empty there. Then I take some pink as well. Do the pink on the other side too, kind of distribute it a little bit. That multicolor gives it a really nice, lively, realistic look. Sorry. Not very good at talking and doing. There. Maybe some darker, more intense orange over top. Fill in the gaps a little bit. There's another little gap there. Some of that more intense orange. Okay, so then we have this prop supporting all this soft ostrich Spey feather material. I used to do that with Rhea. Now I just use the ostrich Spey plumes that we produce by chemically burning the fibers. Okay, so then I tie that off, clip off the tag ends, clean it up a bit. Next thing is some flash material. For the flash material I use this UV flash, shimmer flash. I've dubbed it quite a bit. Like, how many is that? Maybe 8 strands. Spread it out a little bit like that, and then I stagger the ends a little bit. Tie that from in front of the hook loosely around the shank. Do the same thing on the bottom. So now it's loosely tied around the shank. Then spread everything out and then loosely work your way back. Now the fibers will be spread out around the pattern. And this gives you the body of the squid and the legs. And with the shimmer in it, it gives that pearlescent kind of thing that a squid has in the water. It looks realistic in the water. Then I tie in a bead chain eye. Just cross a few times. Then wrap your thread horizontally around the base to cinch it down. Then do again the cross wraps, wrap against it, and then your eye is rock solid. I like bead chain eyes instead of brass eyes. I think they look a little bit better, and the amount of weight is just right with this stinger shank. It gives just the right weight where it still moves in the water, but it sits deep enough too. And then for the front head, I use this stuff. Guard hair chenille from Semperfly. In a pink. I used to dub this. This is faster for commercial tying. And I think I like it better actually. It looks really good. One turn there. Then one cross front, cross back. Watch your fibers. And then tie it off in the front. Pull it back, tie off, and clip off the tag end. Now this fly, because the whip finish on all these patterns, on these shanks, sits quite a bit to the front, is wide. So if I do a standard 4 or 5 turn whip finish, it's fairly wide, and that makes it want to come loose. So I whip finish all of those twice, so that your thread doesn't come undone over time. And then I apply some hard as nails, quite a bit. Big blob, again to try to prevent this from coming loose in the water. Okay, so that's the pink Spey stinger, my favorite fly for Skeena main stem. Really great fly.